want to talk to you guys about my Commonplace journal, what it is, and why it is so important to me to have. Recently, I have been on a journey to consume less of social media, to stop doom scrolling. I have just realized how much time I have been wasting doom scrolling and where that time could have gone, such as skill building, fulfilling my hobbies, just studying, being curious. I'm a very curious individual. I love learning, and it's definitely kind of being hindered by being on social media a lot. And yeah, so here is my Commonplace journal. This is also a doodle journal. They go hand in hand. If you've seen my analog tote bag, you guys know a little bit about them, but I want to go further into what my Commonplace journal is. And maybe, I don't know, maybe you'll find it inspiring and you'll want to create one yourself. So you can grab any journal, anything that has a bunch of pieces of paper. This originally was just a journal to myself, and I quickly just transformed it into my Commonplace. So it is a little bit weird that it's starting in the middle, but it's totally fine. This is my Commonplace. So I started it this month. This book holds what I want to keep. So a Commonplace to me is basically a journal where I keep my finalized and permanent thoughts, philosophies, ideas. This is not a journal where I am just spewing a bunch of emotions. I'm not practicing my cursive in here. I'm not putting my study notes or something like that from books that I'm reading or things that I'm learning. This is purely dedicated to everything that is, in a sense, permanent. So for example, here's my index. So I have quote and collected words, essays and refined thoughts, study observations, craft and skill reflections, and domestic philosophy. That one sounds a little bit weird, but basically it's ideas and permanent feelings that I have when certain things in my home just go correctly. So like, for example, I'll put in there, I love when the dishes are clean at night so that when I wake up, I feel a wave of relief. Like that is a permanent idea. I don't feel like that's ever going to change as I get older. And so yeah, I do a lot of reading, so I do put a lot of quotes. I put a lot of words, like for example, I put discernment, the ability to judge well. I've been noticing discernment a lot lately in books that I'm reading and things that I've been researching, and I don't know why that word just jumps out at me. So I decided to collect it, and it's a word that I think about honestly daily because I don't know, it's just one of those words that just like speaks to me. So yeah, this is why I use a Commonplace. I feel like this book eventually is going to grow into being a book or analog version of who I am as a person, my personality, the views and ideas that are just true to my foundation, and I really love it. And then the reason why I have my doodle page, now this is where all the messiness goes. This is content inspiration. For example, like making this video, I had an idea about it, so I wrote it in here. This is where emotions spew. So if I'm journaling to myself or what have you, this is also that. This is a brainstorm. This is where I can draw, even though I'm not the best drawer. This is where I can practice my cursive. And this is basically the real deal, like of me doing things, me studying. I put my observations in here. For example, I am studying Easter Island. I'm currently reading a nonfiction about Easter Island and its indigenous peoples and just the history of it overall since, as far as we have known about Easter Island. And I put my thoughts in here and everything. So this is just the messiness version of how I find out who I am. And when I do that, once I find that out, I put it in my Commonplace. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that I explained this very well. To me, it makes perfect sense, which is why I wanted to make a video about it. But let me know if you have started a Commonplace journal or if you do something differently. I'm very interested to know how you guys just kind of like formulate your thoughts, where you put them, what do you look at that really inspires you. So far it's just been these two, and I have been loving it, and I've just been finding it very fulfilling.